What's up, guys? Welcome back to Adventure Archaeology. Today we have a metal detecting adventure that's probably going to be different than one you've ever seen before. As a matter of fact, I don't even have a shovel, but I've got these guys. And we're going to show you what we're going to do with them right now. So I was approached by a landowner who told me that he had a house that he remembered as a kid. He's in his 80s. He said 60 years ago, this ground was all clear cut and pushed by skidders and bulldozers. And you can tell that the trees are not very thick through here. He said he can't remember exactly where the house was, but he thinks it was an early plantation. The only trick is he wanted me to locate the house and then put these flags around where I think the house was without digging a single target. So it's going to be a bit challenging, but I'm going to try to lay out a path to where I think the house was and maybe where the main traffic was. Then after he comes and takes a look at where all the flags are, hopefully he'll give us permission to go dig each relic up. We will find out. I do have my dog with me today, so if you see a white blur run by, that is a crazy dog that is just excited to be in the woods. As a matter of fact, here he comes. He's like, let's go. I think he smells a deer. So let's get to it. So today I'm going to be using the Garrett AXIOM, and a lot of you are probably wondering why I'm using this machine out here. We're not in a highly mineralized area like Culpeper, Virginia, searching for Civil War relics. But what we are going to be doing is trying to cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time. And this is the biggest coil in my arsenal, which means that it will have a better chance of swinging over top of something. It's also highly sensitive. It can pick something that's up, that's even on the outside realm of this when I have the sensitivity turned all the way up. The other thing is, like I mentioned before, what do you smell over there, buddy? Like I mentioned before, was that this particular machine is set up for deep targets. And if this has all been pushed by bulldozers and skidders when they logged it, there may be some relics that are hidden deeper than your average VLF machine could pick up. So I think I've got my first target right here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up. These machines are incredibly noisy. You're gonna always have a whir in the background, but this is what we're looking for. Where'd it go? Right there. I'll let y'all hear it. Here how it goes, up and then down, up and down. Definitely flag. We're dropping a flag right here. I'm not moving low and slow like you're supposed to with a pulse machine, but today's adventure is just completely different. There's another one right there. We're gonna drop a flag right here. Today's just different than anything I've ever done before, and that's kind of why I jumped at it. So what I'm thinking is right here, there is a four-wheeler trail that you can see. He said his grandkid's right out here. There's flag number 1. I'm thinking this may have been the driveway right here. The front of the house would have sat right here. The majority of these targets are probably square nails, if I had to guess. But what this is going to do is it's going to give us a layout of maybe where the house sat. And then at the same time, we may be able to locate a privy. But there are a ton of targets that came out right here in this little cluster. Hopefully it's not fence line. Down here, you never know. More orange flags, more orange flags. This is after a couple hours worth of walking around. It's starting to warm up. It was a little chilly this morning. But I'm gonna do some exploring without the detector down. We're gonna go take a walk around. He said there were some weird stones stacked in different places, so I'm gonna go see if I can find those right now. So all the flags are right up here. You look right here, this was like an underground spring. So that would make sense. Oh no, you're not getting in the truck after that. What are you doing? Good thing I got some towels. So, goodness. Mama's gonna be mad at you. So anyways, right here, it looks like the water's coming out of the ground, and that would make sense for a house right there. The house would absolutely need a fresh water source if they didn't have a well. I'm thinking that this is the spot right here. You're gonna get all the water out of it. You better quit. Not looking forward to getting him in the vehicle. All right, so we're still looking for the rock piles though. I haven't found any rock piles. We did find the spring. So let's see if we can find the rock piles. So the man that owns this land is really nice, and I want to do exactly what he asked me to do, which is not dig those targets. He wants to be present when we dig them, and I can't necessarily blame him. So he asked me to flag it now, but it may be spring before he can actually come out because he is elderly. And I don't want him out here freezing to death in these temperatures while we dig the targets, because that can be a timely process. I'm looking pretty hard right now, and I am not seeing any rocks on the horizon right here. I think I may have to head up the hill up there. Y'all may actually recognize this little patch of woods. I've walked far enough now that I'm in a spot that I've hunted and found a couple mason jars in the past along this dry creek ditch. So I don't know if this once had water in it or what happened, but I have found a couple of mason jars right here. The woods are getting a little more dense right here, and I'm probably starting to play with his property line. The good part is once you walk across the property line, it turns into a right-of-way for the state. So I don't know. Is that rocks? That doesn't look like rocks. Looks like old stumps maybe. I think I'm starting to see some rocks, but it looks like they've been knocked down or piled around trees, maybe whenever logging. Looks like this used to be a tree spot right here, and there's rocks all piled around it. And I just kicked one right here, and there's one right there. These could have been foundation stones. They used to set houses off of the ground for a couple of reasons. To keep termites away, to keep airflow abundant. Also dogs and chickens and stuff like that would go into there. That's the only rocks that I've seen. I'm gonna have to ask him if that's what he's talking about. So guys, we started a new channel for my daughter. Y'all may have saw it in the community section. It's called Adventure Addie. If you got kids or grandkids, go check it out. It's all fictional stories about her hunting for treasure or Bigfoot or whatever's fun. And we're just now getting started on it. So if you got kids and you want them to watch some family wholesome content, send them over to Adventure Addie. I'm gonna pin it down in the comments section. It looks like our adventure may be coming to an end today. If you guys want to see us come back and dig those targets, let us know in the comments below. I'm excited to see what they were. I don't know if they're gonna be square nails, silver coins, or maybe even gold coins. But if you're new to the channel, be sure you're subscribed or you know, do not miss that return adventure.